Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Egld. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And before we get into the TA, I quickly want to mention the donation link down below in the description. There's an ongoing genocide right now, and you know where it's going on. I'm not going to name any names because obviously I'm going to get either blocked or shadow banned. And feel free to check out the description and help out any way you can. Now let's get straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, we have this old Fibonacci retracement that we set up from the swing high in February 2023 down to the January 2023 low, and then we started retracing. We lost the first fib level at $32.68, and then we met our technical target at $24.25. That was a price I gave you a long time ago. We did slightly below that, but even if you bought in at $24.25, you're up right now 80%. So this is what happens when you know how to use the fib retracements and you know when to buy, because when you're buying over here, when it's boring, that's when you are going to be making the maximum amount of money. But when you're buying over here, when it's pumping, that's when you're going to be sitting through a pullback. So obviously right now you do not want to be buying in. Not a financial advice, of course, but this is a strong pump, a 2x that we're seeing on a pretty high cap altcoin. And we're breaking above this major descending resistance trend line that we have on the chart since February 2023. And I'm sure if you extend it a bit, it's going to touch up some levels up here, potentially coming from all the way down from May 2025. But we are breaking above it, and usually when you break above these major resistance levels, you tend to see a push to the upside. You tend to see a strong breakout, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now with Egld. So the question is where to buy. Where do you want to buy Egld if you still haven't bought any? Personally, I have a pretty good position. I'm already in profit. We've been buying Elrond or Multiversx throughout the dip, and I was sharing all of my buys on Patreon. So if you want to know what I'm buying and when I'm buying and what my portfolio looks like, feel free to check out the Patreon link down below in the description. But in this instance, I would start buying Elrond at $36.24, which is roughly this purple support block here. You can see this was an area of demand back in the first half of 2023 before we lost it in June, back tested it as resistance, and then capitulated. Now we are breaking above it, and hopefully we can stay above the purple block and consolidate in there, and from there we can print another leg up. Hopefully that is exactly what is going to be happening here. And if we switch over to the weekly chart, we can actually take a look at the bigger picture here. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Now, taking a look at the weekly, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing low in September this year up to the swing high in November 2021, and that is at $425. And we are breaking out of this broadening descending wedge. As you can see, we are running into the 55 EMA as resistance, so we might be retracing back down to retest the 20 and then continue this uptrend, hopefully. And by the end of 2023, Hopefully we are able to retest some of these local highs in October and July 2022. That would be great to see, but if we're going to have a bearish period at the end of this year, we might be looking to get to those numbers sometime in the first quarter of 2024. And yeah, if you're looking to swing trade, potentially this is the time to be doing it. We are getting some volume candles, and you are getting a bit overextended on the daily. If we switch over to the daily real quick to take a look at the oscillators, the RSI is very overextended, sitting at the 87 index here, and the stochastic is overbought. The MACD is getting overextended. So this is potentially where you want to be swing trading if you're actually willing to do that, because please understand, the project can continue pumping and we might even get to $70, you know, in the next few weeks. No one knows what is going to be happening, but this is a bullish sign from Egld, and I am bullish on this project. Hopefully we'll get another chance to buy in below $35. If not, so be it. I do have a pretty good position already, and we can also set up a nice resistance or a support level, which was previous resistance here in July 2023. We had a retracement from there, and then we went back up. That's at $37.26. So if you want to start buying in as soon as possible, I think that is the first buy limit order that you can set up, and then you can target the 20 EMA. But keep in mind, to be bullish and for us to actually break out of this pattern, we don't want to be coming back down into it. So we want to hold it as support. We want to hold this previous resistance as support and then move to the upside from there. So there is a chance we're not even going to be breaking below this resistance trend line that we had and that we have been retesting since August 2022. But I'm very happy to see what the prices are doing. A lot of altcoins are breaking out. As you can see, we have a nice retest of the support block here in August 2023. This was a level we had retested in June last year, in December last year, and then once again in August. And from there, we got absolutely overextended. We are pumping as we're making this video live right now. The stochastic is in the overbought. So be careful swing trading when we're, starting to get ready for the bull market, because you might just continue pumping and you'll be left down here with your stinky fiat, and you obviously don't want to do that. So please be careful when you're swing trading. Only sell when you're 99% sure the price is going to retrace at least a little bit. And yeah, if you want to be safe, just wait until we get even more overextended and then potentially swing trade and then buy back in at the 20 EMA on the daily chart. But that is it for this video. We're potentially going to be looking at $935 in the bull market as our minimal target. Let me know what is your average buy-in price, and let me know what are your targets for the bull market. Thank you for watching. Once again, stay safe and have a great day.